Assalamualaikum. This is the program that our group Programator have created in order to help QE students. But before that, I'm going to introduce our member team first. The first member name, Syamimi Binti Mohamed Najib. The second member is Najib bin Jasmin Binti Mohamed Daud. The third member is Amiera Alya Binti Azmi. And the last member is Jazlina Binti Roslan. Okay, as we can see from this coding, at the beginning of coding, we have three types of header files. The first one is IOStream header file. The reason why we use IOStream is because IOStream contains code that allows a C++ program to display on screen and input from keyboard. Next, fstring header file used for file access, while string header file used to perform operations on a string. These are the functions prototype that we use in this coding, which are int main, void anything, and void exit. But before we go to the void function, the program will go to the int main function. In this main function, it will greet the user and then display the menu. Next, the program will ask the user to input the data and the program will proceed to the next step. The program has 4 main chapters, which are Chapter 2, Chapter 4, Chapter 9, and Chapter 10. As we can see here, to display the 4 chapters, we use array where we already declared it at the beginning in int main function, where variable chapter with 4 parameters, which refers to array. Hence, we use while loop to ensure that user will enter an input between range 1 to 4. We will use switch statement in order to display the output for each chapters. For example, when the user enter number 1, which is option of chapter 2, the program will go to the case 1 and then display all the output that have been listed under case 1. At the end of the coding, the program will call subchapters function, which is at the beginning of the coding. So, as we can see at here, the program will ask the user to choose what subchapters that they want to choose from chapter 2. And then, once the user enters their choice, the program will go into the switch statement, consists of 5 cases, which have the same numbers with the given choices. Besides that, there is default case where when the user entered wrong input, the program will ask the user to enter input until the correct input has been entered. So, next, for example, when the user enters 2, the program will go into case 2 function, which is the formula for subchapter for 2.5. The program will display all the lists that have been listed under case 2. Same goes to other cases, when they will display the output when the user entered their input. After the program have displayed the list of all the formulas at the end of it, the program will ask the user either to exit the program or back to the menu. If the user chooses to exit the program will display "Thank you, see you again." While if the user chooses to back to the main menu, the program will repeat the same process from the int main function. So the program will running until the user chooses to exit the program. Okay, so that's all about how our program will run and being displayed to the user. Now, we will explain the reason why we use certain functions in our program. Okay, for this program, we have 4 void functions per subchapter. Firstly, as we can see here, we use void function prototype because a void function performs a task and then control returns back to the caller until it does not return a value. For example, when the user enters input 1, the program will go into case 1 and then the program will display all the output, and at the end of it, the program will call the subchapter 2 function. In this function 2, the user needs to input what subchapter that they want to choose. For example, when the user enters 1 as input, the program will go into case 1 and then the program will read data from the file. So same goes to the other void function of subchapters. Next, we will go to the last part, which is void anything function. And in void anything, the program will ask the user either they want to exit the program or back to the main menu. As we can see here, we use if-else function in order to run the program, in case the user entered 1, which is to exit the program. If the user entered 2, the else-if statement will call the main function. Thus, the program will go back to the main menu and repeat the same process again. The program will stop running only until the user chooses to exit the program. So that is all for our Funstatic program. Hope this program could help engineering students in the future. Thank you.
This Funstatic program specifically created to help engineering students find any formulas that they want to use in static subject. So here is the example output for this program. So as we can see here, at first the program will greet the user, and then the program will display the main menu, which there are 4 chapters that have been displayed in the output, which is chapter 2, chapter 4, chapter 9, and chapter 10. So so at first the user being asked to enter the choice that they want. So I will choose chapter 4, which is number 2. All right, so as we can see here, there are the list of subchapter for chapter 4, as we can see, like 41, 4.2, 4.3, 4.5, and 4.6. So I will choose 4.3, which is number 3. All right, so here is the formula for 4.3, which is moment equal to distance time force. All right, so as we can see at the end of the program asks the user either to exit the program or back to the main menu. So I will choose 2, which is back to main menu. All right, so the program will repeat the same process from the beginning, which is starting from the greeting. So for this choice, I will choose 1. All right, so here is another subchapter for chapter 2. So I will choose 2.9, which is 5. All right, so here is the formulas for 2.9. So, okay, so again, at the end of the program, we can see the program as user. So for this time, I choose to exit the program. So I enter 1. Okay, so thank you. See you again. So I hope this program can help engineering student in order to find the formula for static subject. Thank you. Bye-bye.